it's going live. Okay, we're live. All right, so come in a child's pose, sorry. All right, so hips to heels, forehead to the mat. Just close your eyes. And sink your hips to the floor. Just taking a few breaths here. Make sure I'm responding to everyone who asks about. Okay. Okay. All right, a couple more breaths. All right, let's come up to hands and knees. Hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Let's inhale, drop your belly, roll your shoulders down and away. Exhale, round your back, drop your head and tuck in your tailbone. Inhale, drop your belly. And exhale, round. So just go ahead and keep doing that. And like if you want to add anything else, like if you want to move from side to side, if you want to do the barrel rolls where you're just rotating. You've been in my classes before, so you know like options, right? So just move in whatever way feels good to you. Oh, my neck is so tight today. All right, couple more breaths. All right, come to stillness. We're going to keep our left hand down, reach the right arm up towards the ceiling, thread the right arm underneath the left, drop your shoulder, drop your cheek. If you want to, you can extend the left leg out to the side. You can reach your left arm up, and you can also wrap it back behind you. So same thing here. You have lots of options. You just take what works for you. All right, let's take that left hand back down. Bring the left leg in. Press into the floor. Reach the right arm up. And bring the right hand back down to the mat. All right, right hand stays down. Let's reach the left arm up. And then thread the left arm underneath the right. Again, drop your shoulder, drop your cheek. If you want to extend that right leg out, go ahead. You can also reach the right arm up, and you can wrap it back behind you. All right, let's bring that right hand down, press into the floor, and bring that right leg back in. All right, we're gonna do puppy pose, but take your knees wide. Keep your hips lifting in towards, up towards the ceiling. Walk your hands out and drop your forehead to the mat. All right, and then walk your hands back up, and then slowly make your way into your down dog. So roll your toes under, lift up your knees, and press into the floor, and just pedal out your legs, bend one knee, then the other. Oh, there's actually 3 people on here with us. Okay. So bend one knee, then the other. All right, and then bring your legs to stillness. look towards your hands. Walk your feet forward, coming into a forward bend at the front of the mat. And then same thing here, just like pedal out your legs, bend one knee, then the other. All right, hands to shins, inhale into your half lift. Exhale, forward bend. One more time, inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward bend. And then inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And then hands to your heart center. All right, so easy sun salutations. There we go, okay. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward bend. So step your right foot back. Come into your runner's lunge. So you can bring your front foot to the front of the mat. Yeah, there you go. Now you have more space. All right. From here, your option is to go either straight back to your down dog or come into your plank and move through a flow, coming all the way down into your back bend and then back into down dog. All right, your choice, you can lift the right leg up, open your hip, bend the knee, step your foot forward in between your hands, followed by the left foot, come into your forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up, and then keep your arms reaching. Right hand holds left wrist, take an inhale and lean to the right. Come back to center, switch, left hand holds right wrist, lean to the left. Come back to center. All right, reach your arms back behind you, clasp your hands, roll your shoulders down and away. And then just pause here for a moment. All right, bend your knees, bring your belly to your thighs, and then you can start to play with straightening your legs. All right, release your hands. Step your left foot back, coming into your runner's lunge. And then again, you can come into your down dog or move through your flow. All right, lift the left leg up, open your hip, bend the knee. Step your foot forward in between your hands, followed by the right foot. Come into your forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward bend. And then inhale, reach your arms all the way. Sandy made me come up front because we're not supposed to let students be on mirrors that are then reflected on the camera. But I guess faculty and staff are fine, so. All right, arms stay reaching. Right hand holds left wrist. Take an inhale, lean to the right. Come back to center, switch hands. Left hand holds right wrist. Take an inhale, lean to the right. And come back to center, clasp your hands back behind you. Roll your shoulders down right away. Pause here for a second. You're totally off camera.
Well, I was, yeah.
All right. Bend your knees. Bring your belly down onto your thighs. And then you can play with straightening your legs. All right, release your hands. Let's pause in our forward bend for just a second. And if you want to, you can hold opposite elbows and you can just kind of sway if you want. Or if you want to try it, you can do this sort of like you're holding a salt shaker. Like you're salting your mat. It's just a different feeling. All right, release your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward bend. Step your right foot back. And then step back into your down dog. So come into your downward dog from here. I know it's like a cold day outside, but I'm so warm today.
Oh, are you?
Yes, I'm so warm. I can't like cool down. Okay. If you want to lift the right leg up, open your hip, bend the knee, meaning if you want that stretch. And then step your right foot forward in between your hands. Let's come up into our warrior two. So front knee's bent, arms are reaching. Let's straighten the right leg. Reach your right fingertips forward and bring your right hand to your shin or the floor. All right, so we're going to transition from here. Put a slight bend into your right knee. Bring that left hand to the floor, right hand to the inside of the foot. You're coming into your wide angle forward bend. So walk over into your wide angle forward bend. And just pause here. All right, walk your hands over to that right foot. Bring your forehead towards your knee. And then walk your hands towards the left foot. Bring your forehead towards the knee. Come back to center. And then walk your hands to the front of the mat, coming into your runner's lunge. So in our runner's lunge, drop your back knee. You're going to straighten that right leg. So, okay, I say straighten the right leg, but it may be bent a little, right? You can do what you want. If you have something to put your hands on, like blocks, which we don't get to use here.
Invisible blocks.
Huh?
Invisible blocks.
Yeah. Ooh, that would be a core workout right there. Just try to hold it up. Let's not do that. Okay. And then from here, if you want to take a flow, go ahead and take, bend your front knee, flow, or straight to down dog, your choice. All right, lift that left leg up, open your hip, bend the knee. Step your foot forward in between your hands. So let's come up into warrior two on this side. All right, straighten the left leg. Reach your fingertips forward. You can bring your left hand to your shin or the block. Oh gosh, or the floor. All right, we're gonna come into our wide angle forward bend from here. So you're gonna bend that left knee slightly. Hands to the inside of the left foot. Walk over to the side. All right, so when we walk our hands over to the right foot this time, if you want to, you can try to bring your left elbow down to the floor, bringing your forehead to the mat. It's really, you don't have to force that. It's really about getting the hamstring stretch. So don't try to push anything. And then come back to center. And then walk your hands towards the left foot. Same thing, you can try maybe to bring your right elbow to the floor. All right, come back to center. Why don't we just bring our hands to the floor, walk your hands to the front of the mat. To your runner's lunge, drop your back knee, and then again, come into your knee down pyramid. All right, bend that front knee. Step into your plank and take your flow, or straight into your downward dog. All right, lift the right leg up. Step that foot forward. followed by the left leg, come into your forward bend. Pause here in your forward bend. So if you want to try, you can take your peace fingers, see if you can grab your big toes, and then from there, see if you can start to bend your elbows. All right, release your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And hands to your heart center. All right, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward bend. Step your left foot back. And then step back into your down dog. All right, lift the right leg up, open your hip, bend the knee. Again, only if you want that stretch. Step your right foot forward in between your hands, come up to warrior two. Then we're once again gonna come into our triangle pose. So straighten that right leg, reach your fingertips forward, and bring your right hand to your shin or the floor. If you wanna try it, you can also try grabbing your big toe with your peace fingers. Reaching that left arm up. All right, we're going to transition out of this the same way. Bend that knee, hands to the inside of the foot, walk over into your wide angle forward bend. And we're going to do a twist here. So you're going to keep your ankles and hips in one line. Walk your hands out so you're doing a down dog with your legs wide. So you're not leaning forward, okay? Your butt is sticking up in the air. Keep your right hand down, take your left hand and reach for your right foot or ankle or leg or whatever. And then start to twist, looking underneath your right armpit. And then release, we'll do the other side. So this time, right hand underneath the left, twisting and looking underneath your arm. And come back to center. Walk your hands underneath you. And then walk your hands to the front of the mat. So you're back in your runner's lunge. This time for your pyramid, you can step that back left foot in, drop your heel, and then maybe start to straighten that leg. All right, come back into your runner's lunge. You can step into a plank and flow or downward dog. That was so nice. He was like lifting the wheels so he wouldn't make noise. Everyone else is just barreling through half the time. All right, lift your left leg up. Open your hip, bend the knee. Step your foot forward in between your hands. Come up into your warrior two. And then straighten your left leg. So we're coming into our triangle pose again. Left hand to your shin, to the floor. Or if you want to try to grab your big toe with your peace fingers. All right, transitioning into wide angle forward bend. So slightly bend that left knee, hands to the inside of your foot. Walk over into your wide angle forward bend. We'll do a different twist this time. So hands underneath your shoulders. So you're coming into your half lift. Left hand stays on the floor. Right arm reaches up into a twist. And release that right hand down. Let's lift the left arm up into our twist. And come back down. Just release into your wide angle forward bend for a breath. And then walk your hands over to the front of the mat, coming into your runner's lunge. And then again, we're going to do our pyramid. So walk your right foot in a little bit, bend that back knee, and you can play with straightening the left leg coming into forward bend. Is your hamstring tight? Yeah, just put a soft bend in that front knee then. Is it the back hamstring that's bugging you?
Kind of both.
Both? Yeah, that happens too. All right, come back into your runner's lunge. You can step into your plank and flow or straight to down dog. All right, lift your left leg up. Step your foot forward in between your hands, followed by your right leg. Come into your forward bend. In this forward bend, if you want to, you can try gorilla pose, where we try stepping on the palms of our hands and coming into our forward bend. So if that's not happening for you, you can hold on to opposite elbows. All right, and then release your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And hands to your heart center. Okay, for balance, since we've done so much hamstring stuff, and we've already touched our nasty feet in gorilla pose, we're gonna try this. Okay, so stand into your left leg and see if you can take your peace fingers and just grab your right big toe. Well, maybe. See if any of us can do it. Woo, okay. All right. So staying right here is a balance pose. So you stay here. You can also bend your knee, bring it out to the side. Or you could try straightening the leg. The left arm can reach out to the left if you want to use it as a way to balance. And then maybe take the leg out. I have to have the leg out there or else I'm going to fall. It's not easy, but you can always keep it bent. And people who are at home can very nicely put their hands on a wall. We don't have much wall space. All right, go ahead and release. Let's try the other side. So standing into that right leg, left peace fingers. See if you can grab your left big toe, and again, you're welcome to stay here. You can also take that left leg out to the side, or try to straighten the left leg, and maybe reach the leg out to the side. And then come back to center, and release. Yay, okay. We could use straps. We have nothing we can use. Okay, we're gonna come to the floor, either come to a forward bend if you have knee issues, or we're gonna come to a squat. So toes point out to the corners, heels in. Inhale, arms up, and come down. Oh yeah, into your squat. Is it tight in your shins? I felt it in my shins for years, this pose. It just takes like 20 years. Then you'll get there. No, I'm just kidding. All right, come on to our knees. We're gonna come into camel variation for our back bend. We're gonna try the wide knee variation first. So taking your knees, oh, and yes, if you need the knee support, roll your mat up. So knees as wide as your mat. You can roll your toes under if you want. That just brings your heels closer to you. Hands to your low back. Pull your belly button in. For me, it always helps to think about like zipping up tight pants. Not that I remember what pants are like anymore, but besides yoga pants, but like zip up pants, like coming into your back bend, really opening up, staying here or releasing one hand to your heel, maybe both hands. If you don't like hanging your head, keep your chin to your chest, or you can hang your head back. Release one hand, then the other. All right, just sink back into your heels. Is it a tour? Okay. All right, we're gonna do that again. Unless you really want to bring your knees towards each other and hip width apart, let's do the wide knee again. I think that's nice for low backs, and you said you wanted to stretch that low back. So if you want to bring the knees closer, if you're adventurous like that, go for it.
Not interested in my low back.
Yeah, me neither lately. Okay, so hands to your low back again. So whatever hand you reached for your heel last time, try it with the other one this time. So start to pull your imaginary tight pants up and open your chest up. Keep your chin to your chest. If that bothers your neck, release your one hand down, maybe the other hand as well. And then if it's okay, hang your head. And slowly release one hand. Oh gosh, then the other. And release. That felt both simultaneously awesome and horrible at the same time. I don't know what that was about. Okay, sitting on your heels, let's just reach one arm up and over. And same thing on the other side. Just keep going from side to side. We're trying to neutralize the spine a little bit. Couple more times. And one more time to whatever is your last side. And then find your way into down dog. Take your time. If your back doesn't like going from a mild or a big back bend to a mild forward bend, just take your time. If you want to take a flow, you can certainly take a flow. And then, my favorite, everyone's favorite. Bring your right knee forward, coming into pigeon pose. We don't have props, but if you want a towel, oh, there we go. Thank you. So you put it under your hip, you can put it under the groin area, anywhere for support. And do whatever variation you want. So if you want to sit up for a moment, you can sit up.
Not enough towel here.
Not enough towels.
They're not Marriott towels.
No fluffy towels here. Oh yeah, well, yeah. Is yours rolled up? That's a good idea right there. Did you roll it up?
Yeah, I got it like.
Oh, okay.
I'm just tight.
Yeah, I hear that. Where are you tight? Just
Life.
everywhere. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. My watch has stopped measuring my heartbeat, which can only mean I'm
Congratulations.
my whole life has been moving this way. Oh, now it's yelling at me to stay still.
This means it's a Monday.
Oh my gosh. It really is. Such a Monday. It's been like one of those Mondays where I feel like I've accomplished nothing, and it's only because I've done a whole bunch of little things.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. All right. Couple more breaths on this. I know it's torture, but it's good torture for you. I can tell you need this torture because you look tortured. All right. So walk your hands up. Two options. Sit onto your right hip, swing the left leg around. You can do a cross-legged position, or you can do a double pigeon, which has been kind of excruciatingly tight for me lately. So you can sit into a forward bend in this. I'm not yet because I can't. It's so tight right now. This feels okay. If I had like a good 5 minutes in this, I might be able to get fully forward, but not right now. Another, like, if you want to do this, another good option to start opening up is also twisting, bringing the left elbow into the to the right side. That might actually start to open up that outer hip. So, you know, do what you gotta do. This also, by the way, helps at least my low back. So I don't know if are you feeling it there at all? Yeah. As soon as your hips start getting real tight out there, it starts to tighten up your low back a lot. All right. So, walk your hands up. Swing that top leg back behind you. Ooh, nice and slow. And then you can press back into your down dog. You can take it slow. You can do whatever you want. And then when you're ready, we're going to bring that left knee forward. Right leg stays back. Whew. And same thing, you can ease yourself into it so you can sit up for a moment. Is everybody ready for full open campus next week? You're ready, you're ready, and Jackie not so ready?
Oh, no, I'm good. I've been here.
I feel like starting a semester online feels way different than ending a semester online. So much different.
How are you going to transition back to face-to-face?
I'm going to jump in the classroom and be like, hey, here, let's do this thing.
You're going to have to do getting to know you stuff.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, the first day back, I looked at what I had scheduled. And thankfully, when I was doing my syllabus, I didn't assume that we would go right into stuff. I think we're going to have to do. And the thing is, my 2 other classes are full of history majors, so I teach a lot. So not a lot of the students are new to me, but it's going to be weird. See how it goes. And then no one will come to yoga anymore. Just kidding. It got so quiet last semester.
So when you weren't streaming, like you show up, you give it 5 minutes. If nobody comes, then you just...
That only happened to me once because like Mary Lynn or Adrian would Zoom in with me, which we don't do this during the regular semester. And so I'll just turn on my Zoom app on my phone and Zoom people in.
Okay.
But yeah, like no one was actually, because they've got the opportunity to work online from home. So, but not a lot of people were showing up. It was kind of like a normal semester where a few people showed up the first week or so, and then not quite as much afterwards. So, all right, walk your hands up, sit down onto your hip, and then swing that right leg around. Whew. Same thing, cross-legged position or double pigeon. And my daughter was dragging her boyfriend every Wednesday. So I had like a built-in audience on Wednesdays. It was like me teaching my friends and family. That's what yoga was in the fall. What is this? Now spring? Oh gosh. What is time? So you can forward bend if you want, or same thing, if you like that twist. It does help to open up the quad on the opposite leg, at least I don't know if that's where you all are feeling it. And it does help with the low back, but it can also be a pretty intense stretch. So do what works for you. on up, and then release your legs. You know what? Feet to the floor, just windshield wiper from side to side, and be like kind of dramatic with it so you're getting on the outer hip. Like you're using that hard floor to kind of massage out the outer hips. This is like my first yoga that I ever learned. I took in college, actually. And I can't remember the brand of yoga it was. Anyway, she would do this every class. This was, yeah, and then you would like dramatically go up. Yeah, it's like you can feel it in your hip, your front hip, but it's not a huge opening. But it does feel good on your hips to like roll from side to side. All right, we're gonna come down onto our backs. So hug your knees into your chest, coming onto your backs, and because we have people on the camera, I'm gonna stay seated so they can hear me. All right, you're going to start by extending your left leg long and pulling your right knee into your chest, okay? So pulling that knee in. And from here, just to get more into the hip, and I shouldn't have said, like your left knee can be bent and put on the floor if you want. We're gonna bring that right foot into half happy baby pose. So you play with what you wanna do with that left leg, either straight or knee bent, foot to the floor. All right, so another pretty good hip opening here. And yeah, even if your left leg doesn't go all the way straight on the floor, you can play with like pressing that heel out a little further. All right, then bring the knee back into your chest. And then bring your left leg into your chest, and you're gonna twist to the left, right arm out to the right. If you want more of a pull on that low back, so you're getting more of a low back stretch, you wrap that right leg over the left. So that's gonna get into a much deeper twist for your low back. And you can, even if your shoulder's not on the floor, you can let your hand rest down. If you want more of a neck stretch, you can also look out towards the opposite hand. All right, come back to center. And then you're gonna switch. You're gonna take that left knee into your chest. You can always bring that right foot to the floor. And then bring your left leg into half happy baby. And just play with what you wanna do with your right leg, okay? Foot to the floor or leg straight. You just decide, just trying to get into that hip a little bit deeper. And then pull your knee into your chest and pull the other leg into your chest as well. You're gonna twist to the right this time. So left arm out to the left. If you want to wrap that top leg around your bottom leg, again, just to get into the twist, get into that low back a little bit more. All right, bring your legs back to center. If you want to take a full happy baby pose, go ahead and grab both feet coming into your happy baby. You can also just hug your knees into your chest if that feels better. And then whenever you're ready, you're gonna spread out on your mat coming into your Shavasana. So close your eyes, toes roll out to the side, hands or palms up. All right, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Reach your arms up overhead and take a full body stretch. Hug your knees into your chest and just rock from side to side. Roll over to one side, supporting your head with your arms. And come up to a seated position, keeping your eyes closed and bringing your hands to your heart center. Bowing your head to your heart and taking a moment to honor yourself for your practice today. Namaste. All right. Happy Monday. There's 3 people in here. Bye.
We're gaining.
Again,